Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, still many unanswered questions this morning after a woman's body was found on the side of the road here in Lexington. We'll have a look at the case coming up in a live report.
We're learning more about a tragic crash in western Kentucky that killed 3 children and left another in critical condition.
And 30 years after his death, friends, co-workers, and family members are remembering a Lexington officer who was killed in the line of duty.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. It's your Monday. We certainly hope you had a nice weekend. It was a beautiful one. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith, and it looks like that beautiful weather trend is going to continue not just today, but into the week.
Pleasant conditions. You know, we enjoy the lower humidity. Had a shot of rain here and there overnight. Let's check in with Micah right now in our First Alert Weather Center.
Yeah, it woke me up about midnight. That's when we started to see one of those rumbles of thunder move on through. It wasn't much. I mean, you got a little bit of rain out of that, but this is that front that's moving through. You look down toward the southeast, go into Breathitt County. Now, this is just to the east of Jackson, just to the south of the Gage community, sliding off in the southern portions of Magoffin County. There's not much to it. A couple of showers, that's about it. Temperatures already at 64 degrees in Frankfort, 60 in Covington, and then you have the 70s down south because that front's not all the way through. Now, once it does, you'll really feel a difference as we approach the afternoon at 77 degrees. Cooler air is not only in place today, but it sticks around for quite some time. I'll show you how long it does coming up in your 7-day forecast just a few minutes.
Hey, see you then. Thank you.
Yeah, this morning there's still a lot of unanswered questions after a woman's body was found on a Lexington road on the outskirts of town.
The coroner has identified that woman as 32-year-old Jennifer Hamilton from Lexington. Her body was found on Muir Station Road on Saturday night. WKYT's Mark Barber is live near the scene right now. Let's go out to him right now. We have a question for him.
Mark, what are authorities still trying to figure out at this point?
Good morning, Rebecca and Bill. Police say that they do not have any new information in the case. I spoke with them just a few minutes ago. Now, they say that they're still trying to answer a lot of questions this morning. One of those biggest questions, was this a murder? Now, when we spoke with the coroner initially said that this was a homicide, but police tell us they do not know enough about Jennifer Hamilton's death to call it a murder at this point. The mother's body was found Saturday night outside a veterinary clinic here on Muir Station Road. That's just off Paris Pike. Investigators are not sure how long her body had been here. She was found when a driver saw her body and called for help. The mother of 3 was from eastern Kentucky. Her family says her children are staying with other family members as they grieve her death. Now, as investigators are continuing to work and trying to figure out how Hamilton died, we are continuing to put calls into them. As always, we will keep you updated with the latest information on air and online. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. In Lexington, police are still looking for suspects involved in a deadly weekend shooting. Someone shot a man outside a strip club on Alexandria Drive early Saturday morning. Family members tell us the victim was Robert Greer, and the coroner's office says they are investigating Greer's death as a homicide. Right now, officers are reviewing surveillance video from nearby businesses. We made some phone calls to police overnight. They tell us they have not heard of any arrests being made in this case.
State police are still searching for a missing man in Wolfe County. 50-year-old George Neese from Erlanger was last seen Wednesday night walking on Kentucky 15. Neese is 5'8" with brown eyes and brown hair. At the time of his disappearance, police say he was wearing a white T-shirt, white shorts with black stripes, and white Nike Air Jordans with red flames on the side.
We're learning more about a tragic crash that killed 3 children out in Davis County over the weekend.
That crash happened Saturday night on Kentucky 56. Police tell us another child is in a Louisville hospital in critical condition. WKYT's Hillary Thornton's at our live desk with more. Hillary, how many children were in that SUV?
Good morning, Rebecca and Bill. We have learned 8 people total, including 6 children, were in the Chevy Tahoe at the time of the crash. Police say 4 of them were not wearing seat belts. Kentucky State Police say 32-year-old Laurie Swanson was traveling east on Kentucky 56 when another vehicle crossed into her lane. Investigators say Swanson swerved to avoid that vehicle, overcorrected, and then lost control of the vehicle. It went off the roadway and into a bean field. 4 children who were not wearing seatbelts were all ejected. 3 of those children died from their injuries. Those victims have been identified as 10-year-old Hunter Glass, 12-year-old Alexandra Glass, and 13-year-old Sierra Morris. Meanwhile, 7-year-old Catherine Glass is listed in critical condition at Cosair Hospital in Louisville. At the live desk, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Hillary, thank you very much. A Lexington police officer killed in the line of duty 30 years ago now has a street named in his honor. Officer Roy Mardis and his K-9 were helping state police search for an escapee in Mercer County when Mardis got caught in the crossfire. On Sunday, his partners in the Lexington Police Department unveiled a new sign naming that street leading to the K-9 training facility in his honor. One of Mardis's co-workers tells us it's the least they could do for their friend who gave his life for the community.
These people knew Roy, they knew what he was made of, and his character continues on, and it's instilled upon these individuals that come down here every day and put their life on the line with their dog.
Mardis left behind a wife and 5 children.
A man who pleaded guilty to killing a prominent Southern Kentucky lawyer is set to be sentenced later today. Clinton Abnett admitted back in June to shooting and killing attorney Mark Stanziano. He shot Stanziano last year outside his law office in Somerset. And Abnett pleaded guilty by reason of insanity to murder and wanton endangerment. His sentencing is set for this morning at 10:30. A former Louisville pastor is facing charges hundreds of miles away from Kentucky. Deputies arrested Stephen Pohl in Florida and charged him with possession of child pornography. The former St. Margaret Mary Parish pastor is now waiting for his first court appearance. The Archdiocese of Louisville says investigators told them some of the photos of children on Pohl's laptop were inappropriate.
5:06 is the time on WKYT this morning. Did a Southern Kentucky school superintendent go too far to help his daughter win a contest? That question will be addressed later today at a meeting in Southern Kentucky. There's an emergency school board meeting scheduled for tonight in Science Hill. Rick Walker, the superintendent there, took these photos to help his daughter win tickets to a One Direction concert. The pictures created a lot of buzz on social media. Some parents say the photos were inappropriate. Tonight's meeting will start at 5 o'clock.
Lexington police are still searching this morning for a man who robbed a store and got into a fight with the clerk. Just after 11 Sunday morning, a man went into the Family Dollar on Richmond Road, tried to grab cash out of a clerk's drawer. When that clerk tried to stop him, officers say he pushed her and grabbed the money. Police think the man got away in a car and took off.
He jumped, rolled under the fence like a ninja, and then he started running down the street.
Police are now looking for a black man in his mid to late 20s, about 6 feet tall, 160 to 180 pounds. He was seen wearing a black baseball cap, a black shirt, long cargo shorts, and black tennis shoes.
A bridge spanning 2 Kentucky counties will be closed for the next few days so the transportation crews can inspect it. The Kennedy Mill Bridge on Kentucky 152 crosses over Harrington Lake at the Garrett and Mercer County lines. It will be closed from 9 until 3:30 each day this week. So heads up on that. Be sure to go around it.
Yeah, definitely. And just pack your patience.
Yeah. WKYT this morning just getting started. 5:08 is the time on your Monday.
Looks like a scene straight out of Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. We'll tell you why this giant red ball was rolling down on Ohio Street in just 5 minutes.
Interesting. And a generation of iPhones are being recalled for taking blurry pictures. We'll have more on that. It's coming up in your consumer news.
We're at 65 degrees right now in Lexington, 68. Richmond, 73. London, you get the drift. It gets a little bit warmer as you go down toward the south and southeast. That's because the front hadn't made its way there yet. I'll get into your forecast coming up next.